Welcome to itretirement.com. I'm Matt McClure here along with Ford Stokes and Sam Davis, all of Active Wealth Management. We are the team behind itretirement.com and the Retirement Results radio show and podcast. Thanks so much for checking out the website. And we wanted to take a few minutes to tell you what we're all about here. Ford, you started this whole thing. You're responsible for all of this. What's sort of the motivation behind itretirement.com?
Well, we work with so many IT professionals and IT executives, and what we find is so many of them have different jobs. They've got 1099 roles. They turn over roles, like every 18 months or even more frequently. They may have a lot of old orphan 401ks. They don't know what to do with it. Also, some people that are kind of entrenched in their 401k, they may be doing target date funds. There might be better ways to invest their 401ks with a little bit more of a varied allocation strategy that we help IT professionals do actually at no cost. We do make money when we manage money, and we hope to manage IT professionals' money throughout their entire retirement. But we felt like if they could get more tax efficient, more fee efficient, more market efficient with our help, that would be a really good thing. So that's really why we created itretirement.com. There's a pretty comprehensive blog section with a lot of articles for different bond replacement strategy products, and also just overall smart retirement planning. And it's also another place to get a free copy of my book, The Smart Retirement Plan. So we're happy to give them that as well. It's an ebook. All those IT professionals, they love those ebooks, right? So that's why we created itretirement.com. And we're so glad people are here on the site, and hope we can help educate them on how to better retire.
Yeah, I mean, that really is what it's like. And it's holistic too, right? I mean, it's not just we take a look at one aspect or this aspect. I mean, one of the biggest is Social Security, one of the biggest decisions that you will make in your retirement. And you and I both, Ford, are registered Social Security analysts, RSSAs. And, we've taken the time to be educated on this. We've got specialized software that can provide people with reports that really break it down and show them. I think my favorite part about that report is the heat map that shows you, okay, it takes and if you're married, your spouse's incomes both into consideration. And then we'll map out the optimal time for you both to start taking Social Security benefits. Then we can also map out 3 other different options for you. Say if you want to wait until if you're the higher earner, you want to wait all the way until 70 to max out that benefit. Maybe your spouse wants to go ahead and take that at full retirement age. We can map out that option, show you what that would mean for you, not only on a monthly or yearly basis, but cumulatively throughout your retirement. I mean, it's really a comprehensive thing. So many different rules, regulations, so many different decision points when it comes to Social Security. And it could mean the difference of, honestly, tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in your retirement, right? I mean, it's a huge, huge decision, and it's one that you don't want to get wrong. So, why not speak with folks who have access to this software? And as you often say, Ford, I mean, we're 2 of just not even 2 dozen registered Social Security analysts in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, and we can work with people across all 50 U.S. states on their Social Security, also with their assets under management, with any income needs, and also any insurance needs, things like that. So we can take care of anybody in any state. That's why we created itretirement.com. But it is interesting on this call, almost 10% of the registered Social Security analysts in the entire state of Georgia are actually on this video. So we're here to actually take care of your needs. It's a big deal. It takes a lot of hours to become a registered Social Security analyst. You do get RSSA roadmaps, kind of the form of a Social Security maximization report. And my question to the viewers are, hey, if you got a chance, you work in IT, if you got a chance to maximize your Social Security income, why wouldn't you do it? So we can do that. We can help you absolutely maximize the Social Security income for you and your spouse. And try not to take it at 62.5, because Matt and I and Sam, all 3 of us believe that, you deserve more than 70 cents on the dollar of the money you've put into Social Security.
Yeah, absolutely right. And of course, that's one very large piece of the pie, obviously the Social Security, but having an overall retirement income plan really is crucial. And you mentioned a few minutes ago, for like the sort of piecemeal plan that a lot of people may have in place, especially in the IT industry, where you've changed jobs maybe several times. You have a lot of 1099s. You've got maybe some orphan 401ks. Well, you've got this big pot of money. Sam, I'm going to ask you, what if then people need to think about when they flip that switch? They turn the corner from the accumulation phase and then to the decumulation phase where you got to turn that big pot of money into income?
Yeah, well, it's a great question. And it's a question that a lot of the professionals we work with are asking because they're not getting the help they really need when it comes to planning for their retirement. Your HR department is likely not a good substitute for a licensed financial advisor or team of advisors like you would get when you work with Active Wealth. And in the case of the Social Security Administration, like we were just talking about, they're actually not permitted to give you specific advice on how to take your benefits. And so the professionals we work with, they have a lot of questions, and what they really need is a plan. A lot of people feel like they may already have a plan in place, and more often than not, what we see is a very organized spreadsheet and a few different financial statements. And it's really a mindset shift. How do you take something that you've really been in accumulation mode for decades and throughout your entire career and start to shift into income mode? You know that you're going to need guaranteed income in retirement, sources like Social Security, pensions. If you're not being given a pension or defined benefit plan from your employer, you need to implement something to fill those gaps that will come down the road. And then with the rest of your money, consider tactically managed portfolios. And Ford, that's something that you really work with clients to implement in addition to Roth conversions and trying to delete the IRS from their retirement.
Yeah. So what we try to do on the income side of what Sam's talking about, you do a great job talking about what we can do on the income side. But did you know, if you're watching, you're here on itretirement.com, did you know you can get between 15 and 20% immediate bonus on any income portion of your portfolio with the right type of products? We can help you get introduced to those type of products. Also, we're 3 of the 1% financial advisors that have access to some of these proprietary products out there. And so you really ought to reach out to us and call the phone number at the bottom of the screen that they're going to share here in a little bit. Just reach out to us and give us a call, and we can at least get some illustrations and show you how you can also get up to 15 to 27% bonus, like I said, or even 8% guaranteed interest into your income account. And how's this? How'd you like to get 310% of how an index does in the market every 2 years in total, and it goes directly credited to your account value bonus or your account value overall? So that's something to consider there as well. Are the other part of the money, so let's say 40% would be in a bond replacement strategy with these different types of products, and the other portion of it would be 60% in stocks and ETFs. We like to invest in tactically managed portfolios, also have a very low expense ratio. Your 401k at your employer, if you're in IT, the expense ratio is probably between 0.7 and over 1%. The average that we see that comes into our office with 401k plans, we do the analysis, is about 0.87%. So we're going to be a lot less costly than that expense ratio that you're currently paying now. The next thing is we're going to try to get much more market efficient, and we're not going to ride the lowest of the lows. And we're going to tactically manage and rebalance the allocation that we think the investment classes are going to do the very best. We're going to allocate to those investment classes that we think are going to do the very best over the next 6 months, each and every month. So we don't just hang in there. We don't just have a buy and hold strategy. We also have strategic investment where we're investing at least once a year. And so we're doing that fairly, frequently as well. But most folks really like that tactically managed portfolio to go with the safe and the smart, safe investment products where they can get the income from. So we're really good at that. And then one other last thing, Matt and Sam, that I kind of want to share with the folks that have visited here at itretirement.com. Let me just ask you a question. Would you like to delete the IRS from being your partner in retirement? I bet you would. And if you want to do that, we can help you with a strategic Roth ladder conversion where we can move money from your IRA to your Roth IRA pretty consistently, say over a 5 to 7 year period. We like to stay below at 24% lower on the tax bracket when we're implementing the Roth ladder conversion. So you're going to pay a little bit of taxes at a time and not just one huge lump sum. Or God forbid, we don't want you paying taxes 30 years after you stopped working. We think we need to do a better job with that. Here's one other hint just right here on this video right now. If you're interested in doing a Roth ladder conversion, what you ought to do is take money from your IRA and move it dollar for dollar into your Roth IRA. So if we can do that, and we can use the actual, we can use your taxable accounts or your checking account or bonus money or rental income money to pay the taxes on the money that's moving from your IRA to your Roth IRA, you're going to find that you're going to really maximize the tax-free dollars that are in your portfolio, and you're going to minimize those taxable dollars. And so it's a really good idea to use taxable money, like from an investment account or a bank CD after it matures, things like that, to pay the taxes on the money you're moving from an IRA to a Roth IRA. So that way you could move those tax deferred dollars, dollar for dollars, into a tax-free bucket, if you will. Listen, if you've enjoyed everything you've heard on this call, Matt, why don't you go and share how people can get in touch with us, how they can get that free $2,500 value. Also, you may want to share kind of all the things they get when they do a financial consultation with us, and then also how to get in touch with us.
Yeah, and that consultation absolutely free of any cost or any obligation. And it comes with a huge value for you, absolutely free of any cost or any obligation to continue on. You're only going to work with us if it's best for you. If it's what the situation ends up being is that we can improve your situation, then that's exactly what's going to happen, and we'll work together at that point. But this initial consultation, you'll get that financial plan to your 95th birthday. You'll get your current portfolio. We'll do an in-depth analysis of that, map that performance out to your 95th birthday as well, and we'll compare the two. And we'll say, okay, here is what our recommended portfolio shows. Here is what your current portfolio shows as far as performance over time. And then, it's up to you to decide. And that's in addition to the RSSA roadmap, which is that Social Security maximization report. You also get these in-depth analysis via a couple of different documents that will really show you what you've got right now. Because chances are, if you were just invested in, say, your 401k from work or whatever, you probably don't know what individual stocks and funds and ETFs and all of the things are inside that portfolio. So take this opportunity to find out, and then we can show you how we can improve upon all of that. And it's a great value. And so you're here, of course, at itretirement.com. What we want you to do, though, is pick up that phone if you would like and give us a call. The number's right there on the screen. It's 888-814-0304. And you can schedule that initial consultation. Also, there's a free financial workbook section to the website. It's just right up there on the top menu. Click that, and you can actually upload on our secure website those documents of your current financial accounts. Fill out some information there about yourself. Tell us a little bit more about your situation, and then we'll get in touch, and we can start on that all those plans and the initial consultation just like that. So yeah, it's a great thing to do. And if you're an IT professional, I encourage you to do that. Well, Ford and Sam, anything else before we run?
Yeah, really, the last thing I would say is that, as an IT professional, people have been coming to you with questions about technology for years. Take advantage of the data and the analysis we can provide you, and just consult with some financial professionals as you look to bridge the gap to that next chapter of your life.
Totally agree. And thanks so much for visiting itretirement.com, everybody. Make sure you call us at 888-814-0304. And we look forward to getting you started on building that smart retirement plan so you can have that successful retirement just for you and your family. Thanks again for visiting itretirement.com.